The Bold and the Beautiful, BNB. Spoilers hint that Deputy Chief Bradley Baker, Dan Martin, will stop Will Spencer's Crew Morrow, dangerous move, and deliver orders to Luna Nozawa's Lisa Yamada target. Although Will was hoping there'd be no more Luna curveballs, he'll face a giant one during the week of November 17th to 21st. It won't be long until some Luna alarm bells go off as the news of her escape spreads. That'll leave Will determined to defend Elector Forrester, Linnea Grace, and everyone else he cares about. Luna's getaway will bring out Will's protective side and leave him ready to do whatever it takes to get her back behind bars. Deputy Chief Baker will get updates on Luna fleeing and do his part to wrangle her as well. Since Luna is obsessed with Will, there'll obviously be concerns about Luna heading to the beach house that he now lives in. Crystal Mosley, the prison guard, may admit Luna was fixated on Will's new digs before she took off. Perhaps Stoll will come clean about showing Luna the pics on Will's social media account before her laundry cart escape. Regardless, there'll eventually be a Luna sighting outside the beach house, so Will's going to know for a fact that she's in the area. BNB's weekly preview video shows Will pointing in the direction Luna ran in and insisting they have to go after her right now. Despite Will wanting to chase after Luna himself, Deputy Chief Baker will shut that idea down hard. Since Will is Luna's target, Baker will think it's far too risky for him to be involved in the pursuit of her. Of course, there's a chance Will might disobey orders and go after Luna anyway, depending on how things play out. However, Baker will certainly hope he can keep Will there at the beach house and protect him from whatever stunt Luna might try to pull. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers say Baker will want Will to sit tight while he searches for Luna along with some other cops. Sheila Sharp, Kimberlyn Brown, Lee Finnegan, Naomi Matsuda, and Poppy Nozawa, Romy Park, will also pitch in, so there'll be plenty of people hunting for Luna, even without Will's involvement. Luna will lose control of the situation soon enough, so stay tuned for all the highs and lows of this getaway drama. The sun-drenched, glamorous world of Los Angeles is about to be rocked by a seismic shift, one that will tear through the Forrester, Logan, and Spencer families with the force of a hurricane. In a stunning turn of events that blurs the line between corporate boardroom and criminal investigation, Deputy Chief Baker is stepping out of the shadows and directly into the center of the most explosive storyline of the year. This is not a mere cameo. This is a full-scale intervention. The stakes have been raised from broken hearts and business rivalries to potential prison sentences, and Baker is the one holding the keys. Get ready, because the spoilers for the coming weeks reveal that Deputy Chief Baker stops a frantic Will in his tracks and delivers chilling orders to the one person who holds the key to Luna's mysterious and traumatic past. The powder keg ignites Will's desperate gambit. To understand the magnitude of Baker's intervention, we must first revisit the powder keg that is about to detonate. Will, Poppy's brother, arrived in LA with a simmering resentment and a desperate need for cash. He saw the life his sister and niece had built, Poppy's relationship with Bill Spencer and Luna's blossoming romance with R.J. Forrester, and viewed it not as a happy ending, but as an opportunity. He knew a secret, a dark one buried in Poppy and Luna's past, and he wasn't afraid to use it as leverage. His blackmail scheme was simple: pay up, or he would reveal the truth about the night Luna was conceived. But blackmail is a dangerous game, and Will, increasingly backed into a corner and likely feeling the financial pressure mount, is about to make a catastrophic mistake. Spoilers indicate that Will, in a state of panicked fury, plans a more aggressive, public confrontation. He may attempt to storm the Spencer Publications building, confront Bill directly at Il Giardino, or make a scene at the Forrester mansion, believing that public pressure will force a payout. It is at this critical juncture, as Will's anger reaches a fever pitch, that Deputy Chief Baker makes his move. Acting on a tip, possibly from a worried Poppy, a suspicious Ridge, or even a preemptive call from Bill Spencer himself, Baker intercepts Will. This won't be a polite conversation at the police station. Spoilers describe a tense, public halt where Baker physically stops Will, his authority cutting through the man's bluster like a knife. "You're coming with me, Mr. Vaughn," Baker will state, his tone leaving no room for argument. This confrontation is a masterclass in tension. Will, who has only had to deal with the moral quandaries of the Forresters and Logans, is now face-to-face with the cold, hard reality of the law. Baker will lay it out in no uncertain terms. His current activities, extortion, harassment, and threats, are not just family drama. They are criminal acts. Baker's message is a stark warning. Stand down, cease all contact with the Spencer and Forrester families, and dissolve his blackmail plot, or the next conversation will be in an interrogation room with charges formally filed. This intervention by Baker is a game-changer. It instantly elevates the storyline, proving that the adults in the room are done playing games with Will. But as one fire is contained, another, even more dangerous one, is about to be stoked. The true target, a chilling conversation with Lee Finnegan. While stopping Will is a crucial piece of the puzzle, it is merely the prelude to Baker's true mission. The deputy chief, a seasoned investigator, understands that Will is just a symptom of a much deeper disease. The real source of the secret, the architect of Luna's origin story, is her aunt, Lee Finnegan. And Baker is going straight to the top. In what promises to be one of the most chilling scenes in recent memory, Deputy Chief Baker will request a private meeting with Lee. Imagine the setting: Lee's pristine, orderly office, a sanctuary of medical professionalism, about to be invaded by the grim specter of a decades-old secret. Lee, ever the picture of composed control, will initially believe this is about Will's misconduct. But Baker will quickly disabuse her of that notion. He will lay out the facts as he knows them. He will reveal that through his investigation into Will's activities, a much darker, more troubling narrative has emerged, one that points directly to her. Baker won't be there to arrest her. He's there to deliver a stark ultimatum born from a place of moral, rather than purely legal, duty, the truth mandate. Baker will command Lee to finally tell Luna the full, unvarnished truth about her father. The time for half-truths, evasions, and protective lies is over. He will argue that Luna is an adult embroiled in a blackmail scheme centered on her own identity, and she has an absolute right to know the biological truth of her origin. The continued secrecy is now actively causing harm and making her a target, the Poppy reckoning. Secondly, Baker will order Lee to end her years-long campaign of judgment and scorn against her sister, Poppy. He will compellingly articulate that their fractured relationship, built on a foundation of this secret, has created a toxic environment that allowed a man like Will to thrive. For the sake of both sisters, and for the future of their niece, this Cold War must end. Lee, of course, will be horrified. She will protest, citing a million reasons to keep the secret buried. She was protecting Luna. She was protecting Poppy. She was protecting her own reputation. She will try to dismiss Baker, to claim this is a private family matter. But Baker will stand firm. This stopped being a private family matter the moment Will Avant decided to use it for extortion. He will likely counter, his voice low and serious. The truth is a ticking time bomb, Dr. Finnegan. You can be the one to defuse it with care, or you can wait for it to explode and shred everyone you claim to care about. The choice is yours. But my strong recommendation is that you choose wisely, and you choose now. This confrontation is a direct assault on the walls Lee has spent a lifetime building. Baker isn't just a policeman. In this moment, he is the uncompromising voice of consequence. The ripple effect, a family on the brink. The ramifications of Baker's one-two punch will be immediate and devastating, sending shockwaves through every connected life. Luna's world shatters. Luna, who has already endured so much with the mince and the betrayal, is about to face the biggest shock of her life. Learning the truth about her father from a pressured and reluctant Lee will break her sense of reality. Everything she thought she knew about her mother, her aunt, and herself will be called into question. Her relationship with RJ will be tested as he becomes her sole pillar of support in a world that has suddenly become alien and frightening. Poppy's moment of reckoning. For Poppy, this is the moment she has both feared and, secretly, perhaps longed for. The secret that has defined her life, her relationship with her sister, and her own self-worth is finally coming to light. Her initial reaction will likely be one of sheer terror, but it may also pave the way for a profound catharsis. Will she finally be free from Lee's judgment? And how will Bill Spencer, a man who values brutal honesty, react to learning that the woman he loves has been hiding such a monumental truth. Lee's fortress crumbles. Lee's entire identity is built on being the stable, successful, and morally superior sister. Being forced to confess her role in perpetuating the lie, a role she undoubtedly saw as protective, will humiliate her and shatter her sense of control. Will this break her, or will it finally be the catalyst for genuine humility and growth? Her career, her pride, and her family are all on the line. The Forrester/Logan fallout. Ridge, Brooke, and Hope will be drawn into the maelstrom, primarily through their support for RJ and Luna. Brooke, with her history of family secrets and maternal protectiveness, will likely become a confidant for a shattered Poppy. Ridge, who has never been a fan of external drama threatening his family's peace, will be wary, his business-focused mind seeing the potential for scandal to impact the Forrester Creations brand. The unanswered questions. What is the truth? Baker's ultimatum forces the truth into the open, but what is that truth? The speculation is running wild, and the revelation will define characters for years to come. Who is Luna's father? The prevailing theory is that he is someone of immense power and reputation, perhaps even someone already in the BNB orbit. Is he a powerful businessman, a disgraced doctor from Lee's past, or even a familiar face with a dark history? The fact that Lee was so desperate to hide it suggests his identity is profoundly damaging. What was Lee's true role? Was she merely a disapproving bystander, or was she somehow more intimately involved? Did she facilitate the encounter? Was she, in some way, a participant or a victim herself? Her vehement hatred for Poppy seems to run deeper than simple sibling rivalry. The Poppy's mints connection. Could the secret be linked to the reason Poppy relies on her special mints? It's a long-held soap trope that a character's quirk is tied to a deep trauma. Perhaps the events of that fateful night led to an anxiety or a condition that the mints helped to manage. Conclusion. The law as a catalyst for truth. For weeks, the narrative around Luna's paternity has been a slow burn, a secret whispered in drawing rooms and used as a weapon in shadowy deals. But with the arrival of Deputy Chief Baker, that slow burn has been doused in gasoline. By stopping Will, he has contained the immediate threat. By confronting Lee, he has become the catalyst that will force the ultimate truth into the blinding light of day. The coming weeks on the bold and the beautiful promise a raw, emotional unraveling of a family. It's a story about the devastating cost of secrets and the painful, necessary journey toward truth. Deputy Chief Baker, in delivering his orders, has not just done his job. He has lit the fuse on the most explosive revelation of the season, proving that in Los Angeles, no secret, no matter how deeply buried, can stay hidden forever. The Young and the Restless, YNR, preview video for the week of November 17th to 21st reveals that Sharon Newman, Sharon Case, will face some fire alarm panic before menacing Matt Clark aka Mitch Bacall, Roger Howarth, ambushes her. YNR's weekly promo begins with Claire Newman, Haley Aaron, who tells Holden Novak, Nathan Owens, that they need to talk about what happened in LA. Based on Holden's expression, he'll clearly assume Claire's about to give him bad news. Claire has been brushing Holden off ever since they returned home, so he may assume their romantic entanglement is over. Although Claire claims she doesn't regret hitting the sheets with Holden, she may acknowledge that life is different in Genoa City. Claire had a great time with Holden in Los Angeles, but she may give him a speech about focusing on work now and suggest they're better off as friends. However, Holden may worry that he scared Claire off with the stolen wallet fiasco story, or that her feelings for Kyle Abbott, Michael Mueller, are still in the way. Meanwhile, Phyllis Summers, Michelle Stafford, will purr in Kane Ashby's, Billy Flynn, ear and make sure she has his attention. Kane and Phyllis will have a makeout session that could easily lead to some passion in her bed next. YNR's weekly preview video also shows Sienna Bacall, Tamara Braun, urging an unconscious Noah Newman Lucas Adams to wake up. As Noah regains consciousness, he groggily wonders what happened to him. Based on the clip, the two of them appear to be in some storage room or warehouse space, so Detective Burrow, Matt Cohen, might lock Sienna and Noah up together on Matt's orders. Whatever the case, it looks like Noah will have to recover from getting knocked out. Sienna may also admit Noah's parents are right since she did some digging online and found photos of Matt aka Mitch when he was living in GC. In Sharon's hotel room, she'll freak out when an alarm starts going off in the building. It seems someone will pull the fire alarm, so Sharon will grab her purse and start to head out the door. Once Sharon opens it, she'll be horrified to find Matt standing there with an evil expression. "You?" Sharon exclaims as Matt glares back at her in the weekly promo. The Young and the Restless spoilers say Matt's behavior will take an even more disturbing turn in the coming episodes, so stay tuned for updates on all the horror to come. The Young and the Restless, YNR, spoilers for Monday, November 17th, reveal that Sienna Bacall, Tamara Braun, and Noah Newman, Lucas Adams, may have a hostage crisis ahead of them. Kane Ashby, Billy Flynn, will also surrender to Phyllis Summers, Michelle Stafford. So, after Phyllis accepts Kane's invitation to spend the evening together, they'll eventually take things somewhere more private. It looks like Kane will end up in Phyllis's suite, where they'll kiss passionately and most likely strip down for some bedroom fun. Kane might regret letting Phyllis get inside his head in the aftermath, but he'll feel ready to distance himself from Lily Winters, Crystal Khalil, in that moment. Since Lily judges Kane for his mistakes, he'll savor the feeling of Phyllis's acceptance and sizzle with her. Meanwhile, the drama will heat up in a different way out in Los Angeles. Nick Newman, Joshua Morrow, and Sharon Newman, Sharon Case, will deal with growing fears about missing Noah, who'll be tangled up in another scary situation. It looks like Matt Clark aka Mitch Bacall, Roger Howarth, may have Noah thrown in captivity with a little help from Detective Burrow, Matt Cohen. Noah will end up unconscious in a small space with boxes around, so more trouble's brewing. Sienna may face the same affair punishment since she'll also land in this small space, which could easily be a storage unit or hidden room somewhere. Regardless, Sienna will panic over Noah's condition and frantically urge him to wake up. Noah will thankfully come to and start asking questions, so Sienna may take that as a good sign. Of course, Noah and Sienna will worry about Matt's next vengeful move. Sharon and Nick's concerns about Matt aka Mitch are very valid, so Sienna and Noah may acknowledge that as his twisted side becomes more apparent. In the end, Noah and Sienna may determine that if they can't find a way to escape, they could pay a fatal price for their cheating scandal. The Young and the Restless spoilers say Matt will make some updates to his revenge strategy and lead to disturbing news, so stay tuned. The Young and the Restless, YNR, spoilers hint that Kane Ashby's, Billy Flynn, double betrayal may rock Phyllis Summers, Michelle Stafford. Kane may get payback two devastating ways and leave Phyllis furious, as well as heartbroken in the end. Of course, we should point out that Phyllis betrayed Kane first. Phyllis stole the AI program and gave it to Victor Newman, Eric Braden, who promptly used it to target Kane's company. That wasn't what Phyllis had in mind since she expected Victor to target Jack Abbott, Peter Bergman, and Jabot instead. Phyllis wants to be in control of Jabot down the road, but that plan may not work out for her either. Victor has promised to hand Jabot over to Phyllis once he's done destroying Jack, but he's not a man who always keeps his promises. Phyllis has already been burned by Victor once since he went after Arabesque when that wasn't the deal they made. However, it's Kane who Phyllis may really need to watch out for. Phyllis and Kane seem poised to land in bed together based on the preview video for the week of November 17th to 21st, so that'll make things messier between them. This could cause Phyllis's feelings for Kane to grow strong and make her believe they might have a future together. Kane could easily be playing Phyllis and setting her up for some crushing blows. If Kane uses this new layer of their relationship to manipulate Phyllis, he may ultimately pull the rug out from under her. Kane may admit his deception somewhere down the line and make it clear that this was all a ruse. Kane may eventually score proof that Phyllis stole the AI program and dash her dreams of building a real relationship with him. Perhaps Kane could also uncover Phyllis's Jabot takeover goal and manage to gain control of it himself. If Kane ends up in charge of Jabot in the end, he could gloat over that development and deliver yet another infuriating Phyllis setback. Bottom line, Kane could betray Phyllis two ways if he fakes their romance and then steals the Jabot outcome she wanted. The Young and the Restless spoilers say Kane may blindside Phyllis with some dirty tricks, so stay tuned for updates on any terrible news ahead.